The following material is for private use only and is copyright of Sittingbourne Community Radio Limited. It is not to be used or reproduced without prior written permission.
Now, once a month, we have a chat with Gary Chadwick, who is the District Commissioner of the Sittingbourne and the Milton Scouts Group. Good afternoon, Gary.
Good afternoon, Mark.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you again as well.
Now, at some point in this bit today, you're going to make an exclusive announcement, not just yet.
No, we'll keep people hanging on.
Keep people hanging on. So, you were telling me just now that last night you did a Duke of Edinburgh presentation. Can you explain more about that?
Yes, I can, Mark. Last night I was privileged to be invited along to the District Explorer Unit's Duke of Edinburgh's Award Scheme's bronze presentation. There was two teams that took part earlier on in the year of their expedition, where they had to go on a hike over 2 days and 2 nights, and during that they had certain tasks to do, both involving nature. One was looking at various trees, and another group was looking at things beginning with the alphabet, letters of the alphabet, of items they could find in nature. And they did two wonderful presentations with the PowerPoint, which is all part of what they have to do to complete their bronze award.
So what age ranges were these people that did the expedition?
These were probably 14 to 16, the age range of the two teams last night.
Is it like, because they have different sort of, I don't know if you call them colours, it's like a bit like the Olympics, they've got gold, silver and bronze, haven't they?
That's correct, yes. Most people at the age of 14 to 16 do the bronze award, and then from that age you go on to the silver and then on to the gold award. You can join it at any level, but it's good experience for, especially for the ones that are younger, to start it at the bronze and work the way up.
I suppose it gives them a sense of achievement, doesn't it? You know, they've done something on their own without help, and I also suppose it helps their confidence as well.
It certainly does, and it's also good on their CVs when they're going to university applications or job applications when they finish school.
Yeah, I mean, our school had because it was a boarding school, had a scouts group attached to it, and some of those did the Duke of Edinburgh Award. They got up to silver because they left school, and unfortunately the colleges that they went to didn't do it, which is a bit of a shame.
It is a shame that. I mean, that's the fortunate thing about scouting. Even when you reach the age of into adulthood, into over 18, we've got the facilities for people to carry on with their Duke of Edinburgh's award, and we fully support them and help them along to gain the gold award if they so do wish so.
Do you have to register with the Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme, or can you just go and do it and then let them know?
No, you have to register. We have a team of leaders that organise that in the district, and we have our own Duke of Edinburgh coordinator, and they do the registration for them. And now even they have to do all their expeditions and details online. So once you're registered online, you then have to put everything you're doing online as well.
Oh, because when, I mean, back in the day, it was all forms. You had to fill in forms and things. And but they used to have, like, when they used to do the presentations of the actual like bronze, gold or silver awards, they used to have celebrities that handing out the awards. Do they still do that?
Yes, there's sometimes, especially when it's the gold award and things like that, they do that. I mean, we did have Lawrence get his gold award earlier on this year, and he did go to a place of royalty to actually get his gold award from the Duke of Edinburgh.
I see. He's actually been to the palace.
I'm not sure if it was Buckingham, but I definitely went to one of the royal places to gain his award.
Yes. So local scouts have got a gold award. That's good to know.
Yes, and we hope over these next 12 months that we'll be presenting more gold awards.
Right, so is that because I know you, the last time you were here we were talking about the summer break, so is that the only thing that's really been going on in the scout world?
It has really, yes. Most people now, they're just all coming back. Last week was a few groups started back. This week is when all scout groups are all back with a vengeance, ready for the what we call the new scouting year.
Have you got many new members joining?
My phone hasn't stopped over the last 2 weeks with new members showing an interest, and we've been putting them in touch with the local groups.
That's really good to know, because as I've said before, I know that when I was a teenager, it wasn't really the in thing, and they were saying that scouts were dropping. But I'm glad it's gone back to how it was now. It's a really good thing at scouts.
It is, yes. Our numbers are forever increasing, which is good news.
But what I do know is we have Gary Chadwick in the studio, who is the District Commissioner of the Sittingbourne and Milton Scouts Group, and he will now reveal to us what his exclusive announcement is.
Okay, Mark. What it is that over the last year, we've been trying to run the district a different way of actually not having sort of sectional leaders to run the district events. But as today, I can exclusively say that I have now appointed 3 assistant district commissioners for each section. So our assistant district commissioner for Beavers will be Lizzy Sage. The assistant district commissioner for Cubs will be Julie Gilson, and the assistant district commissioner for Scouts will be Steve Coulter.
Right, so that's these they're assistant commissioners. How does that vary from your role?
What it is, they're as it says on the tin, is to assist me. What we've tried to do over the last year is try to run the old district as one. And to be honest with you, it hasn't worked. We've let the district down a little bit with the events that we've tried to put on. So over the summer months, we've looked at that and have decided that we do need to make the change.
Right, are these voluntary posts or are they paid?
Everything's voluntary in scouting. Not even I get paid, Mark. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So, I mean, is there any scout or previous scouting qualifications that they had to do to be appointed to these?
Yes,
roles?
they need to know what they do in the section, and they all need to be what we call a wood badge holder, and that's to say that they've completed their adult training. So these 3 people have completed their adult training, have been involved in scouting for a number of years, and are experienced enough to lead the district in these sections.
Right, so they would have probably started as just normal volunteers and worked their way upwards then?
Yeah, that's correct. Some of them have come in through... Lizzy was a scout beforehand and has carried on with her leadership. Julie was a parent and came along as a parent into a group and has moved on. And Steve, I believe, has been a scout and he's been a leader around for... it won't mind me saying he's been around a bit longer than the others.
Oh, so he's the veteran of the assistant commissioners.
He is the veteran of the assistant commissioners, yeah.
Right, I hope he's not listening, because he might ring me up and tell me off.
Yeah, I think he might be, actually, but we'll have a good laugh later on.
He's not as veteran as Tony Weaver, put it that way.
He's definitely not, no.
Oh, no. Tony's... So, I mean, did they have to have proper interviews to get these posts?
No, it's a case of that I look at people's skills and that, and it's people that I appoint who I feel can do the job. So it's a case of I just gave them a phone call and asked them would they be willing to take on this new role.
Is there a lot of time involved in it?
You put in as much time as you can. It can be time consuming on matters, especially when we're putting on near to an event. If we're putting on a camp for, say, the Cubs, during the next fortnight towards that, it can get busy. But usually you can time manage it quite well. Nowadays, with all these safety things going on, is when you take, say, Cubs or Beavers or Scouts to camp, do you have to fill out many health and safety forms? We all have to fill in the forms. We have to get notification from each parent, permission for them to camp, and have all the health forms filled in. And we then also have to do risk assessments of the area that we camp in and all that, and also fill in what we call a nights away notification form, which then has to go to the district commissioner. So for every person or group that is camping, they have to notify me with this form, so I know that they are qualified enough to carry on with the camp. All right, yes. Do they have to have CRB checks as well? Yeah, it's CRB checks. It's now DBS checks. So every adult leader in the movement is CRB checked. All right, so they are very thorough nowadays with things. Yeah, everything's very thorough with the vetting, yes. Right, so we wish Julie, Lizzy and Steve all the best in their assistant roles. Have they got anything big coming up to organise before Christmas? Maybe so. We're on the 21st, so next Sunday, we have got what we're calling a youth forum. We're going to try to get the youth to come and talk to us and tell us what they want, and it's going to be the starting of a youth council for each section, and then what the ideas they give to us, we as a team then are going to put that together with the plans for them.
Right, so if anybody is listening to this and they want to come along, do they just turn up, and if so, where?
No, this is by invite only for the youth councillors. It's the senior members of each section that's been invited along to come and give their views on how scouting is run in the district and how they would like to see it go.
All right, so it's all the people that have basically been in Scouts for some time then?
Yeah, well, there's the Beavers session, so there's some 6 to 8 year olds will be along. Then there'll be some 10-year-olds and also some 14 and 18-year-olds during the course of the day coming along giving their opinions.
Right, so Beavers start at 6. I was going to ask that actually. What ages do they all start?
Yeah, the Beavers start at the age of 6. They go on from 6 to 8. Then they move on to Cubs at the age of 8 to the age of 10 and a half. Then into Scouts to the age of 14. Then Explorer Scouts from 14 to 18. And then they can do leadership or move to the network as well from the age of 18 to 25. And then carry on to the age of 99 or up more if they wish.
So if anybody is thinking of joining Scouts or Beavers or Cubs, is it too late?
It's never too late to join. It's never too late even as an adult. You'll hear many people always saying that we need more adult help, and with the numbers that are increasing, we in this district still do need more adult help in any role. So I do urge any sort of person that would feel that they want to give scouting a go and help volunteer in any role, if they'd like to contact me at www.sittingbournescouts.org.uk. Through the contacts there, we'll get back to you and we can have a chat about what sort of role that you can take. It can be anything to an hour at any time or even more hours if you've got.
Right, so once again, it's been a pleasure as always to speak to you, Gary, and you'll be in, is it the second Wednesday of October, I believe?
It will be, yes. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you very much. That was Gary Chadwick, who is the District Commissioner of the Sittingbourne and Milton Scouts, telling us all about the new Assistant Commissioners that have been appointed and other things Scout related. And as again, he'll be back on the... Let's try and work it in my head. Round about the 8th of October. No, the 15th of October, I don't know. Anyway, the second Wednesday in October, Gary will be back to talk more Scouts.